I was going to say, yeah, there's a lot of fantastic things you can do once you've used your Unbreakable Will, which is what's going to be happening here. Ona, last time around it was a little bit hit or miss. I am not actually sure whether they even won the game where he played the jungle Silas.
So you can chase me through that brush if you want. Now the Zion's going to show up.
Yeah, there's a Petrifying Gaze though as Faker. He might just die as Showmaker doesn't have his flash. And Ona tries to make his way over. Another poison comes on through as Faker walks up, flashes away. And Ona should be able to finish this one off. Showmaker though does have to get the flash out for Ona to be able to pick up that kill. Man, that was close as now Lucid looking for a little bit of an angle here as he gets over the wall. Flashes on forward. Can he get the Ona? The answer's no! Too many knockups! And they outplay the monkey!
Lucid's face, Atlas! Oh, the ankles were broken!
Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking. Damn. Well,
that's the kind of moment where you're just like, I don't know, I gave it my all.
To be perfectly okay, he's dead again. And the problem is, like, I don't even think that's a tilter necessarily because it's so close.
You get the taunt and so, I mean, tries to sidestep like you said. As now we have chains.
Yeah, and there is no ulti available here for Korea. Good flash there from Pays as Smash just trying to do enough damage to stop them from killing his cow. As another couple of autos from Carrier will be required. Grand entrance to finish him off. That's a creative way to get a kill. And now Smash could be in a lot of trouble, although he's doing a fair bit of damage back. And sidestep, not quite enough there as Carrier looks for the angle, doesn't find it. Korea just dead. And now Doran looking to try and kill Lucid here as well. Gets that information, chains connect, and he picks up a Cyclone for himself as well. Now you've got Faker trying to move on in. Justice Punch does get interrupted by the Cyclone, and there's a Petrifying Gaze as Doran has to try and get out of there, but Lucid gets the extra range on the Q. And now Faker looking to try and turn this. Ona gets the pullback. My God, Ona Zahen is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, he's been putting the hours in for
Oh,
sure.
yes.
I'm watching this game.
That's why he's like, wow. No, you take this Silas away. I hate this champion. Give me my Zahen. You can play it, Doran.
That was for T1. And there's oodles of damage for Dplus, Peel for days, and this Gnar is significantly ahead of the Silas. Surprise, surprise, because this matchup is incredibly difficult to play out for Silas without jungle attention. There is some jungle attention coming, though.
Yeah, now there is jungle attention. Nice little hop does come on through. Sidestep, doesn't get pulled back. She's slick with it right now. They did that in the B&K series as well. And it meant that Pays was incredibly far behind on the quest.
Yeah, also Pays in the game where they made the rotation up in game 1, he had his role quest completed. He does not have it here just yet, so this point in the game early on as Doran. Speaking of Doran.
Yeah, can he hop his way out of this one? This time doesn't get the extra bounce as the flash comes on in. Good knockback, Grim Deliverance, and the delivery is dead. Already in the air there for Ona. So beautifully done. We've got a bit of a tussle here as Faker's going to be moving in first. Headbutt out. Good Justice Punch, though, to avoid that as now Smash is in a lot of trouble. The quickness comes on through, but Carrier is a long way away from the rest of his team, but so is Lucid. And now Lucid is very, very dead.
On this Sivir in this game.
Yep.
There's a lot of ifs in this game for T1 as Faker.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
That was about the angle that he dodged it on his Riven back in the day.
Oh.
Beautifully done. Even though he didn't really dodge it, he just didn't move.
Plays as well, right? And it's been them in the mid lane that have really put Showmaker into his grave, but... okay, this might be a bridge too far.
Well, Lucid is going to smite him, and there is a dead Faker. So that is a lot of money going over to Lucid. Walk it off. The Drake is what's on the minds of Dplus and T1 right now, as Ona already has it down to 34 health.
So they trade the dragons here, one apiece. It's Infernal Soul again. But like I mentioned, that top turret is so as they have full Banana Brush control. There's the TP to answer.
Yeah, Lucid moving on in there, but this Rift Herald is down very low. Teleport does get Showmaker up there, as there is the Cyclone. Grim Deliverance comes on down. Rise is pretty good, as now Carrier just getting himself out of there. Justice Punch comes on through, but we have the Rift Herald taken here by Lucid, and now Faker is in no man's land. In the meantime, Smash just taking matters into his own hands. And so is Faker, actually. It's taking a long time for him to go down, as she will finally find the Hyper Proc.
It's been the game-losing moment for T1. They had no right to fight the way to fight that Herald with a setup they didn't have, frankly. I was going to say with the setup they had, they didn't really have one. And obviously with no teleport for the Galio, it takes Faker so long to get up there. Already gone, one plate left in the bottom lane. Can they punish Showmaker?
Yes, they can, as he's going to get pulled back. Carrier moving over, Lucid not going to be able to help. And the Snake goes down.
For the Galio in the bottom lane. but instead not going to happen as Shiu is like, I am better Gnar, actually.
Yeah, he just throws a house at Doran.
He has an Executioner's Calling, which is insane high value into the Kingslayer.
7 stacks on the Rod of Ages. And so this Dragon DP should be going over to DK, as there is, like you say, the teleport coming on forward. Can they find a team fight, though, as Grim Deliverance kind of avoided here by DK? But the quickness is so good. Smash does avoid it, though. There is a decent Petrifying Gaze as the Cyclone's there from Lucid. Decoy buys a lot of space as Showmaker does not make it out. Finally, Carrier does fall down, as that is Sivir falling as well, and it's T1's turn to win a team fight.
And T1 only lose Carrier here, and they will be able to take out this mid turret. Dragon going over to Dplus in the meanwhile, but the gold here feels really nice to pick up for T1. As Maze?
Yeah, guess what's on the map.
Fine.
Yeah, Korea is here. When there's Carrier and Korea in the game, it does make my brain kind of hurt. But T1 do let us know that they are absolutely not out of it yet. Shiu here towards his bottom side will actually be an absolute menace in side lanes on this Gnar.
Rip through another wave in the mid lane. I'm going to let this Gnar push.
Well, chains are not going to connect, but the Gnar does. Shiu does have a blast cone as well, and so he can use that to get himself out of there. Sorry, Valdez.
We're in here, and T1 have to rush over, and the timing is pretty thin.
Well, there's a Gnar onto Carrier, as Mega Gnar timing here pretty good for Shiu, but they're unable to actually finish him off. The Drake, though, it does go down as Doran gets the Unbreakable Will, but misses every other button, and now Korea is just being annoying where he can. He is going to die, but can the rest of them get out? That is the question. As Shiu, maybe the answer is no, as Showmaker trying to offer some damage back. The chains go wide, but Ona finds his, and Shiu is just going to fall. Steric's not enough, and so it is 2 in trade for Soul Point.
So T1 get the gold lead again, and T1 are going to make that call. It's a tough one, but if they pilot this well, got the Alistar ult in tow.
It's going to take a while for it to go down as Chains of Corruption hits a decoy. Let's see whether Lucid can utilize that as they do get the vision of this Baron. Doran looks for the angle once again, but doesn't find it. Petrifying Gaze doesn't hit much, as there is a heroic entrance from Faker just to try and get out, but it's Iron that falls down first. The Cyclone so good from Lucid, but he's still going to fall, and Doran is doing crazy things in the backline. Goes golden with the Zhonya's to buy a little bit of time before he inevitably does fall down, and Showmaker's Conqueror is getting so much value in this fight. It's absolutely ridiculous. Faker has to flash to get himself over that wall, but Korea's going in once again because somehow he has ulti back off cooldown. Smash grabs another kill as the Gargoyle falls, and the bane of T1 is the Baron this time around. And here in this game number 4, they're looking to try and bring us to 5. This is their sole point as they're looking to catch Faker in this mid lane. Have a pulp to interrupt the taunt, and down he will go. He does go golden, buys a little bit of time, but Smash has delivered another kill. They'll crash the wave as well as be able to take another Infernal Soul this game. That was a huge moment, and I think a big turning point in this. As DK, 2,000 gold lead in Infernal Soul, that is massive.
T1 also, they don't know the rest of Dplus are, so it's hard for them to collapse here.
But it looks like DK are going to look to try and start this fight off themselves as Carrier tries to hold themselves in position, but the heroic entrance only onto Lucid, and he doesn't really care. The Cyclone knocks off Faker, he goes golden, but it interrupts Ona there as well. Grim Deliverance doesn't do much. Faker's dead already. Baron is on Dplus this time as it takes down the Zahan, and now Doran tries to do it against Smash, but the flash is too good, and now it's Pays against the world, and unfortunately the world hits back this time.
And you know what, Atlas? I think you can make those silver sound effects, because we are going to 5!
Oh my goodness, DK, the one team that I did not think that would be capable to set up a reverse sweep, and they have done it. Nexus turrets in their sights, and they will bring us to a game 5 and look to see whether they can stamp a ticket to Hong Kong.
Absolute insanity.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.